The story begins inside a spacecraft called Orbiter 9. Here we see a young girl named Helena, who has spent her entire life inside this capsule. She is now 20 years old. Her ship has been traveling toward a distant planet called Celeste for the past 2 decades. Why? Because Earth has been destroyed by overpopulation and unbearable pollution. Humanity can no longer survive on its home planet, so scientists have been desperately searching for a new world where life might be possible. Helena was chosen as one of the test subjects, a pioneer who would help determine if Celeste could sustain human life. But to actually reach that planet, it would take 40 long years. Helena boarded the spacecraft as a child along with her parents. But 3 years ago, a terrible malfunction occurred. The oxygen supply began to fail. If all 3 remained inside, the oxygen would last for just 1 year. In a heartbreaking act of sacrifice, Helena's parents secretly left the ship, stepping into the void to save their daughter. Before they died, they left behind a video message explaining everything. Since then, Helena has lived alone. For 3 years, her only companion has been the artificial intelligence of the ship, a computer that monitors her body, speaks to her, and keeps her alive. To Helena, the spacecraft has become a prison, a lonely cage in which her entire childhood and youth have been stolen. Then one day, alarms blare. Helena rushes to the control room in fear. The airlock is opening. Through it steps a man in a spacesuit. His name is Alex, an engineer. For the first time since her parents died, Helena sees another human being. Shocked, speechless, she stares at him as if she's seeing life itself. Alex tells her he has only 50 hours to repair the ship. He works with the help of his robot companion, but Helena can't resist being near him. She longs for his company, his presence. She even asks him to join her for dinner. At first, Alex refuses, keeping his distance, as if hiding a terrible secret. But eventually he gives in. Helena's loneliness overwhelms her. She tells Alex that she has never kissed anyone before, that she doesn't want to spend another 20 years trapped in this void without knowing love. She kisses him. Against his own restraint, Alex kisses her back. In the stillness of the spacecraft, a fragile, forbidden love is born. But Alex's mission ends. He prepares to leave. Helena watches in sorrow, believing she has found love only to lose it again. Yet what happens next shatters everything she thought she knew. As Alex exits through the airlock, we see him rise in a lift, straight into a dense forest. Trees, sunlight, Earth. This is not outer space. Helena's spacecraft is no spacecraft at all. It is an underground laboratory, designed to look like one. Helena's life has been a lie. She is one of 10 subjects placed inside these simulated ships, each monitored by cameras, each manipulated into believing they were traveling to Celeste. To the scientists, these people are nothing more than lab rats, experiments to test how human bodies and minds endure decades of isolation. Alex is part of the project. He knows the truth, but he also knows guilt. Years earlier, a ship he helped design, 107 people, exploded shortly after launch. Everyone died. Alex has lived with that weight ever since. And now, seeing Helena suffer, believing in a false reality, he feels broken all over again. He watches a recording of Helena whispering to his robot, "I wish Alex could stay with me a little longer." Those words pierce his soul. He realizes he loves her too deeply to abandon her. Defying the mission, Alex returns. He opens the capsule, not in a spacesuit this time, but in ordinary clothes. Helena is terrified, confused, until he rips out the cameras and shows her the truth. "You've been watched since childhood," he tells her. "This is not space. We're still on Earth." At first she refuses to believe. Then the evidence overwhelms her. Her entire life has been built on lies. Helena collapses into despair, but Alex promises her freedom. He smuggles her out, replacing her with a robot so the scientists won't notice. For the first time in her life, Helena feels sunlight, wind and rain. She trembles at the sensation, terrified and amazed. The world outside is more beautiful than any dream she ever had. At Alex's apartment, Helena discovers wonders she has never seen before, ordinary objects of daily life that are, to her, treasures from another universe. When rain falls, she dances like a child, laughing and crying at once. But soon more truths surface. Helena is not just a test subject. She is a clone, a recreation of a girl who died years ago, raised as part of the experiment. Her parents are still alive, not martyrs, but scientists who betrayed her. Heartbroken, Helena confronts them. Her father tries to hand her over, but her mother, unable to bear the cruelty, helps her escape. Still, Helena feels shattered. Her identity, her childhood, her very existence built on deception. Yet through it all, Alex stands beside her. He swears he loves her, not as an experiment, not as a clone, but as a woman. And soon, fate gives them another secret. Helena is pregnant. A new life, born of love inside the prison of lies. When the head of the project, Hugo, discovers the truth, Alex strikes a deal. They will return to Orbiter 9, and Helena will raise her child there. The scientists agree, desperate to study the first child ever born inside the simulation. Helena agrees only on one condition. When her daughter grows old enough, she must be allowed to live outside under the real sun. Years pass. Helena gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. She raises her child inside the capsule, but this time she is not alone. She has Alex, and she has love. And when her daughter is old enough, they finally step into the light of the world above. The story ends not with despair, but with fragile hope. A child born of sacrifice and forbidden love, standing beneath the open sky for the very first time. If you were given the chance to live your entire life inside a spacecraft simulation, would you accept it? A fight for freedom no matter the cost? And that was the heartbreaking yet hopeful story of Orbiter 9. What would you do if your entire life turned out to be a lie? Would you stay inside the spacecraft or fight for freedom? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss our next emotional and suspenseful story. Until then, take care and see you soon.